Everybody, it's Kyle. I am in the car, as you can hear, and it's a new episode. So busy, man. I'm running everywhere, here and there, so I'm kind of recording this in between running to different places. So I'm going to go ahead and knock out the what's bugging me part, and then later on I'm going to record what I'm into. So starting out, let's see. What is bugging me? Well, let me see. What could it possibly be? What is a hot topic right now that could possibly be bugging me? Oh, man, I already talked about masks last week. That is bugging me, though. I guess I would say what's bugging me is the fact that there are grown-ass adults out there that have forsaken science. That blows me away, man. My only hope is that we can replace the one up top who is kind of telling people to forsake science indirectly and replace that person, and then we'll get back to understanding that science is the best thing we have to gauge how things are going to interact with us. And that includes viruses. So, I'm just floored. I mean, I understand religion and I understand all those things, and I've got zero issues with that, but, you don't go to a priest for an emergency surgery. Do you? Yeah. So, I don't understand why it's hard to believe doctors who've worked under multiple administrations, Democrat and Republican, because they're doctors, man. They're not politicians. Why is it tough to believe them and what they're saying? And here's another thing about science. It's relatively new, but it is the best thing we've got. So even medical science is pretty new. 100 years ago, medical science was in its infancy, and we were doing the best we could to try and save people's lives and make adjustments and all those good things. I mean, obviously the Spanish flu was still kind of going on, but even before that, if you go to the turn of the century into the 19th or into the 20th century from the 19th, man, things were brand new and fresh. They were just trying to figure shit out. I mean, before that, you went to your fucking barber to get stitches, or a tooth extracted. So I don't think we want to go back to those days, guys. I think we like the fact that we have doctors and different types of doctors to help us with our ailments and to help us decide what to do in the case of a fucking pandemic. It is unbelievable to me that we're bitching because we don't like the answers given to us as far as what we should do to properly avoid getting sick during a fucking pandemic. Oh my God. Shut the fuck up. Put a mask on. The good news is that now it's mandated in a lot of places, a lot of these states that opened a little soon. Not all of them, of course. There's some fucking hardheads like Florida. But, got to hand it to the state of Texas, man. That governor came right back and said, nah, man, you guys need to wear a mask. We're going to close these bars. We're going to, because he saw what was going on. And that's what you do. Even if you don't believe in science, you fucking look around and you see what's happening and you make adjustments accordingly. It's just unbelievable to me that we're arguing about things that we have zero understanding of. And people spent a good portion of their lives becoming educated on based upon other facts built up over time. We're disagreeing with them because we don't like the answer they're giving us. Yeah, I mean, we were at a restaurant last night and there were some fucking white hogs in there. If you don't know what that is, that's white trash. A lot of people hate that phrase and all that, but there's all kinds of trash. This trash just happened to be Caucasian, okay? But they were there and they were drinking too much, and somebody must have got paid that day, and carrying on a little too much, and one of these women goes, well, I mean, I have COVID. I really shouldn't be out. And they were all laughing about something that 100,000 people have died from in this country. So, I mean, that's where we're at, man. That's the type of behavior that we've got going on right now. And it's a small percentage of people in our country, but it is a percentage of people in our country. My only hope is that when things change, when power changes, that I'll get up and I won't see any stupid presidential tweets from the night before, and B, that we'll start gradually going back to where we were, which is understanding that you can't call people derogatory things. You can't make derogatory comments towards people. You can't call people evil names and racist names, and you can't say racist things to people in public, or else you're going to get burnt for it. You're going to get in trouble. You're going to lose your job, or whatever. Or it's just not right, motherfucker. Quit it. So I'm hoping that we get back to where it was, and I hope we can tamp these racist, xenophobic pigs back down into their underground bunkers and get them the fuck out of the limelight, because that's where they are right now. And we can start getting back to science and listening to scientists help us make decisions on how to protect as many people as possible, because right now the United States of America is the embarrassment of the world when it comes to this COVID thing. And I don't give a shit if you're Republican, liberal, fucking Venusian. It doesn't matter. We're the embarrassment of the world right now. Period. And we're going to end up being the worst out of this deal too, because we're all fucking creeped out because we want to have a good 4th of July. It's unbelievable. It really is. It's unbelievable that we don't listen to science anymore. Anyway, that's what's bugging me right now. And I am hoping that we can come back to normal and start listening to the professionals and the people who attribute their lives to studying these things, instead of someone who just kind of makes up shit as they go along. Because as you can see, that doesn't work. We have catastrophic failure on many fronts right now, with many battles we're waging or being waged against us, between coronavirus, racism, immigration, failing miserably at all of those things. End of story. It's not even a question. And the fact that that's being questioned is preposterous. And if you know anybody that's questioning that we're losing on all those fronts, you need to put them out of your life, because they're living in a fantasy land. All right? Seriously. Okay, so that's what's bugging me right now. And after the quick break here, I'll come back and talk about some things that I am into. So, hey, Kyle. Okay, and we're back. What am I into? I mean, not a heck of a lot has changed since last week. Been listening to a lot of podcasts. I've got a lot of podcasts going right now. One that you should listen to if you've not listened to a lot of podcasts, or even if you have and you haven't heard this one, but it's called Radio Rental. And long story short, it's basically these creepy, real stories people have, and they usually come on and tell them too, I believe, of things that have happened to them that are kind of unexplained and whatever in their lives. It's hosted by Dwight Schrute himself, Rainn Wilson, and he plays a character, Terry, I can't remember his last name, but supposedly at a video store, and he's renting tapes, and the tapes are these stories. That's kind of the gist of it. But it's a trip, man. It's really, my buddy Mikey and I both really like the show a lot, and we always listen to it. We're pretty excited to have it come back. Check out Radio Rental if you get a chance. Also, the second season of Twilight Zone is out. I haven't had a chance to watch that yet either, but those are a couple things I really love that are back. I haven't even watched one episode of the new Twilight Zone season. Need to get on that because I love that last season as well. Speaking of weird, crazy stories. Other than that, I mean, you know, after PP came over and we rocked building those steps, and by we, I mean he, I assisted, but we went and jammed out some records downstairs at the Trail Casa, and he, you know, we talked a lot about music and stuff. I'm hoping that I can do a show in the basement there, in that area, over the next, you know, few episodes. Maybe I can have him and Mikey over and we can all have a beer and sit down there and talk and shoot the shit. That might be kind of fun. Might be a good episode. So, let's see. But I mean, really, other than that, not much. I did pick up, they did make the Imperial Probe Droid action figure. It's Black Series. And you know me, I love droids, man. So, it was pretty hard for me to walk past that thing and not get it a few times. I finally ended up picking one up. They ain't cheap, but it sure as hell is cool looking in my area, downstairs there at Trail Mansion. So, that's another cool thing that I've got that's new. Yeah, that's about it. I did get more RAM for the computer, so I got two 16 gig sticks, so that's 32 gigs, and then I put two more of the little 8 ones in there, or the 4. I guess they were 4. I put 2 of the 4s in there, so that is a total of 40 gigs of RAM, which is always kind of strange. I did go ahead and grab myself a game on Steam, a golf game. I love golf games, man. I don't know about you guys, but I played the hell out of Tiger Woods golf back in the day on, I think it was PlayStation 2 is what I played it on the most. I don't know. Those games are kind of relaxing. It's a decent way to, you know, blow off some time and to kind of chill yourself out a little bit. And so I picked one of those up. And it's not Tiger Woods, but it's I think it's actually a Jack Nicklaus one. But yeah, I mean, the graphics and everything are great, but it's more just soothing and relaxing. So I can put a little bit of music on and kind of escape into some simulated golf. I know that probably sounds boring as shit to most of you guys, but to me, that's kind of fun. Let's see. Other than that, I mean, you know, not much, guys. I did get I had a bunch of store credit at Amazon, and so I picked up a couple things. But one thing I got is the Beastie Boys' Hello Nasty on vinyl. I love that. That's probably, I mean, my favorite is Paul's Boutique, and I know that's, you know, some people say, well, they didn't play any instruments, you know, it's just the Dust Brothers made all the beats and then they just rapped over it. That's true, but it came along at a perfect time for me, so I was really excited about it and listened to it like nonstop. So that's why that's my favorite album of theirs. I know that album inside and out and backwards and forwards. I mean, I love that record. I do love Check Your Head a lot, too. It's kind of hard to get that on vinyl right now. It's expensive, too. But Hello Nasty was a big one. It kind of came along at a time in my life where I needed that also. And, you know, I mean, Intergalactic is such a great song, but that whole album is pretty amazing. If you've not listened to the Hello Nasty album, other than just the song Intergalactic, you're missing out. It's very good Beastie Boys music, for sure. I did get Bob Marley and the Wailers. It's the greatest hits, the Legend album, Bob Marley Legend album. That's a good one too. That's always a good one to have on hand. It's another greatest hits album, which I know. I keep saying I try and stay away from. I really do. But I'm not going to go buy every Bob Marley album. First of all, it's very difficult. But second of all, I'm just not that into Bob Marley. But every once in a while, I love to listen to him, and I dig him. So, that's why I picked that up. The other thing is I found my CD changer that I had, and I got a ton of CDs, so I've ripped most of them and have them in my, in my music streaming area. I've got Plex, and so I can stream music through Plex. So I've got almost all of those CDs ripped, and they're in there, but every once in a while I still like to break one out, and I found so many CDs when I was moving stuff around. And so I've been listening to those a little bit too in there, and I still prefer vinyl. I don't know. There's just something more to it. I think it has to do with picking it up and holding it and dropping the needle, and all those good things go together to make it more of an interesting and enjoyable experience for me. It's not for everybody. I get it. I'm not going to push anybody. I would just tell people that there's something to it, man. Definitely. And that's about it, man. I can't think of much else. I did play a little bit more with the Odroid Go Advance and the little emulator handheld. It's kind of like a Game Boy Advance almost, but it's a kind of a build your own. They send you the kit to build your own emulation machine, and then you can download an operating system, everything on the flash card, and then put games on it and all that. Or there are people out there who have built a total ISO or image that has the operating system and all the games on it already. And that's what I've done. Legendary, they have a 128 gig card that you can download, and it's got all the games and all the emulators and all that stuff in there already. And that's what I did, and I had a lot of fun. I was went around with it last night. I played some, I think it was Sega CD, or Saturn CD. I don't know, but it was pretty fun. I was playing those last night, and I think Gradius is the one I like those shooters, those side-scrolling shooters, or up-scrolling shooters, as far as, you're like a ship or a plane, and you're trying to take out, like bullet hell type games, but before it was really bullet hell. I love those. So I was playing some of those. I'd like to get into a nice RPG on there. I just haven't found one that I'm really that interested. Maybe I'll play Final Fantasy VII again. Or Kingdom Hearts is a good one. Maybe I could get one of those. I think PSP, because it'll play PSP games. I think, I should look and see if there's a Kingdom Hearts on there. Or even a Metal Gear game would be good. Those I can get into and spend a lot of time on. And that's about it, guys. For real this time. I can't think of much else that's going on or what I'm interested in. I appreciate you guys listening. I know I tell you that a lot, but I mean it. I appreciate you guys listening and taking part in this awkward podcast. It's fun for me, and it's therapeutic to just shoot the shit with you guys about things. Again, I would stress to everyone out there, if you have experienced yourself, or if you know someone who's going through some depression over everything that's going on in our country and in our world right now, please reach out or to someone. I mean, again, you can always contact me through the anchor.fm website, or you can get me at the Dad Snark on Twitter, or there is the Dad Snark Facebook page also. And, reach out. Don't be afraid to reach out to someone and get some help, because this is a heavy time in our history. I mean, I don't think our kids understand how monumental everything that's going on is. It's big, man, and it can seem very overwhelming, and it's depressing as well. So reach out, or if you have a friend who's been going through some stuff, reach out for them to help get them started, or reach out to them even just to talk to them and bounce some shit off you, and you bounce some shit off them, and just discuss what's going on, because it's important for us all to understand right now we're not alone. And there's a lot of people that are probably thinking and feeling some of the same things you are. And there's a lot of people that are feeling kind of blue and sad, just like you are. Nothing to be ashamed of, man. It's a kind of a fucked up scenario out there. So I get it. And I think anybody who has any relevance, or not relevance, but any cognition of how impactful this is to your brain and to your psyche overall would understand that, you know, reach out for some help if you need some right now, no matter what's going on. Okay? But other than that, I don't have anything else to say to you guys. So I guess I'll just get back to you next week, and hopefully I can get back to recording these in a more normal manner instead of driving around on errands. That is all. So I'll catch you next week, and until then, oh yeah, get off my lawn.